Welcome back to another video before GTA 6 is released. It's crazy, I know. Anyways, so I want to show you how to do portrait modding and like how to make portraits for HOI4 because a lot of people probably want to make hero portraits, I assume. I'm going to show two methods, a quick way and the actual way, because I feel like you should know both ways and you can utilize both ways in the same way. I do recommend the longer way, it just takes more time, so having both methods may help. So let's just get into the video. So the first way, we're just gonna go ahead and get a colorize, or we're gonna colorize a photo, and I'll show you the steps between that. And then we're gonna use oil painting because that's how HOI4 photos are made. Well, that's how they look. The second way is we're gonna draw ourselves because and I'm not good at art. So the first thing we need to do is go ahead and get a photo. So let's go look for one. Okay, once you do that, for the fast way, you'll open ChatGPT. And no, I'm not going to tell it to make me a HOI4 portrait. I'm just using it for colorizing because it does better than online colorizers. Because other online colorizing softwares, I mean, most of them use AI now, but they keep the noise in. And so if I paste this image in and I'll say colorize this, it should just colorize it. I don't want it to try to make a HOI4 portrait because AI making a HOI4 portrait looks really bad and it's just too much glare. It's just not recommended. Alright, as you can see, it has colorized the photo, so it's somewhat colorized. There's less noise than if you put in an online colorizer. I don't actually necessarily know how accurate this photo is. There's not actual colorized photos of him, I don't think, like actual ones. So we're going to download this and use that for now. I need to go ahead and remove the background, and you have two ways. You can go ahead and use an online auto remover, which I'm going to do because I'm lazy. Wrong background. Or you can go ahead and Photoshop it, which is not that hard. But let's go ahead and remove his background portrait thing. I'm going to put in this photo, and I'm going to go ahead and do HOI4 background. So now I got the HOI4 background. Now there's a few things you'll notice with this one specifically is feather, which makes it look weird. With this type of app, I would set it to like 1 and 1. And oops. Now when making a HOI4 portrait, it is important to remember the portraits are going for the character's face, not their outfit. So you want to zoom it in a little bit, probably. Especially if it's like a character that has like a very distinct outfit or like a big photo of their outfit or whatever. So I'm gonna do like that because I want to show some of the outfit but not too much of it. And then we want to move them over a little bit like this. Too far. So like that. We're gonna set the blend kind of, so brush size. So you can see the difference right here. This is like max size. And again, I start with like really high because then you could see like the different changes you could do. And so I'll probably do like a 3 and lower this a little bit. I could probably go like 2. Color richness just sets like the yellowness of a color or image, I guess, like a temperature, I guess. But kind of want to, like, you can see the difference and it looks more HOI4y. The only kind of downside to this approach, unless you manually edit the photo later, is I don't think you can get it perfect. I mean, you might be able to, but I don't think you can, personally. And so I'm going to do that. We could probably actually get away with, we could get away with 3. I mean, if you just like glance at it, it could, I mean, you might have to touch up colorizing the character. It might be a little too zoomed in. You might have to touch up like these little spots because this is like photo film or whatever. When it colorized it, there's still some left over. Touch that up a little bit. You can do that manually. It's not too difficult. But yeah, that's how you make kind of a portrait quickly. So I'd recommend this approach if you're mostly going for placeholders, um, or short-term characters. And the next approach I'm going to show you, I recommend doing for long-term projects, long-term characters, and long-term, just in general. So here's this portrait now, so we can export that. I don't know what his name is, so I named him Jiffum. So yeah, we got a somewhat leader. But again, if you use a tool like this, or a variation of any of those tools, I'd still recommend manually going through and touching up some spots. Like right here, I think is a little too bright, personally. But yeah. Now, well, that'll be all for the first part of this video. The next part, I will show a manual version of this. This is a voiceover, so yeah. But that'll be it. Thanks for watching. Like and subscribe if you want, and comment. Bye.